Hello, welcome to this video. Today we're looking at Canva.com. For those not familiar with Canva, it's a graphic design tool available in the browser. It's also available as an app which you can download for various devices as well. Today we're going to look specifically at how we can use it to create a template for a collaborative online activity that we're doing with our students. So there's a variety of different templates available, as you can see there. The one we're going to focus on is the online whiteboard. So if we dive onto that, they have a whole wealth of different content. So they've got lots of different templates. And for those of us who've done collaborative work with students, where you're asking them to work together remotely online, it's really difficult when you're collaborating with anyone, whether it's students or colleagues, starting with that blank canvas. It's always useful to have some sort of structure or some sort of scaffolding to help them as they organise their thoughts or work through an activity, whether that's as a group or whether that's in breakout rooms. And that's where Canva comes in that they've created a whole wealth of really fun templates that help you to structure your activities. So let's just look through a couple there. I'm going to add a few. So here's a nice one. We've got some columns and some instructions there for a discussion type activity. We've got a sorting activity which we can add. Let's add another page. It could be a brainstorm or maybe a SWOT analysis. Or it could be an ideas type thing. So you've got a whole wealth of different types of templates available to you. Now, as with a lot of these types of sites, there's both a premium version which you pay for as a subscription, or there's a free version which has limited templates available. If you see anything with the cross hatches on and the Canva writing, so you can see this hole punched template, then there will be a charge for that. So just be aware of that. If you go with the free template, so we could just delete that one and copy and paste the other idea behind instead. So just be aware of that when you're picking your templates. When it comes to download time, you will generally be advised that there is a cost because there's a premium page there. So just bear that in mind. All I'm going to do is just delete that particular template. So we've got 3 template ideas to help us in structuring our collaboration. So having got those, how can we then add them either to PowerPoint or to Google Slides? Well, for PowerPoint, there's a really nice, easy thing we can do. We could just download them as an image and then upload them to our Google Slide or our PowerPoint. Or because we're using PowerPoint, we can click on the 3 dots, we can go to See All, and we can see that actually there is a PowerPoint option. So if we click PowerPoint, and then if we click download, it will download our template as a PowerPoint. I'm using Microsoft Edge on my Mac, so I can just click save. I can then go to the downloads folder and open up this in PowerPoint. And now I've got my template ready for use with my students. What I can do is it's fully editable, so I can edit my headings, I can edit my instructions. One thing that you may want to do is to move the instructions off the slide itself so there's more space for the students to work. And you can do that just by zooming out on the slide and then just by clicking and dragging to select your content and then put your post-it templates underneath. The same with your icons. You can click those and position those underneath your PowerPoint so that you've got those there. Yep. And obviously you can group that content as well. So it says ungroup, but you can group those or ungroup those as you want. So move that. I've still managed to lose the various bits. We'll get there eventually. Okay, that's better. There we are. So we've got our icons underneath our slide now, so there's a bit more space. And we could do the same with our instructions as well. So we could drag those across We could change the colour of the font so they stand out. And again, we could do the same with that. And again, we could change the colour of the font so that they can see it. So you can really adapt the templates that you've found in Canva, and you could edit those as you see fit. But I think just by moving them off the screen, students can read that, but you've got more space. You could potentially expand each of the columns and really alter the design as you see fit. I'll just hold the Shift key to select multiple elements and move those along, so we could just expand each one and realign them, and there we go. So the great thing is, having got your template, moved your icons potentially underneath it, you can do the same with the other ones. We could move the post-it notes as we've done on the previous one to the different side. We could change the headings, so we can edit it just as we want it, and we can do the same thing with this. We're now ready to share it, so I just need to save it. So if I go save as, and I'll choose online locations, and we'll put it in, I've got a miscellaneous PowerPoint file there, so we'll save it there. Let's see whether it wants me to change the font. Now this is the only issue sometimes, is it prevents it from saving because it's a font that it doesn't recognize. So sometimes if that happens, it's easier just to go through, find where the font is that's causing the problem, and I thought it would be the snazzy written one, and just choose an alternative font to give you a similar thing. So you can see, we'll just choose one that's similar in handwriting. So let me just find, well, let's just go with Century Gothic. We'll do that instead. And we'll do the same with those, and we'll just replace them all with Century Gothic. And it just gets around any issues where there is a font that's not available, because if you don't do that, sometimes the template won't save because it says that font isn't available. So I'm just going to go through and just change the fonts and do the same with that one. And the last one. Okay, so now we've edited all of the components we want. We're happy, the activity is ready. We now need to enable the students to access and contribute to the templates. So if we go up to the share option, we choose anyone with a link, allow them to edit, and click apply. We can then copy that link. That's the link that we'll paste into our chat if we're teaching remotely, or share via our VLE if it's an asynchronous activity, and that will enable the students to edit the document. But they have a really quick way of making use of the templates, providing yourself with a real structure for your collaborative activity with your students. I could see this being a great alternative to Padlet in enabling you to really structure the types of activities that students are doing. I think it would work really well in breakout room activities. I could see each student being given access, each group of students in a breakout room being given access to a PowerPoint with those templates. So I hope you found the video useful. If you did, give it a like. If you want to watch any more of my PowerPoint videos, click up on the link in the top right hand corner, and that will show you some of my other PowerPoint videos. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and join me again soon for more EdTech videos.